Margaret Mitchell, born on 8th November 1900 in Georgia and USA. Died on 16th August 1909 in Georgia and USA. Margaret Mitchell said, hardships make or break people. Hardships make or break people. Margaret Mitchell was an American novelist and journalist. Mitchell wrote only one novel, published during her lifetime, the American Civil War era novel Gone with the Wind, for which she won the National Book Award for Most Distinguished Novel of 1936 and the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 1937. In recent years, long after her death, a collection of Mitchell's girlhood writings and novellas she wrote as a teenager, titled Lost License, has been published. A collection of newspaper articles written by Mitchell for the Atlanta Journal was republished in book form. Margaret Mitchell said hardships make or break people. Hardships make people because it is full of creative. The moment you see hardships and you fall in love with the hardships, then which hardships can break you? Nobody can break you. The moment you see hardships, you get frightened that the hardship is a predator. Reverse the acting style, reverse this whole thing, and you become the predator of the hardships. And predator in the sense not for destructive purposes, taking the hardships also along with you. That gives you resistance power on the hardships. Resistance power on your growth, resistance power on your happiness, resistance power on your feeling of divine, the Ananda Paramananda. Margaret Mitchell said, hardships make or break people. It's up to you. How does hardships make or break people? Hardships can make you strong, provided from childhood you are in deep, intimate relationship with the nature. The husband is the flute, and in the flute, to play the flute, there should be varieties of holes, and the hole is the wife. And the husband and the wife together is one flute if they believe, and if they know to play the flute. Sometimes the flute you just blow, you will not get a beautiful music. You should know. To know, you should have a love with that. Otherwise you think it is hardships is going to break us. The moment the husband and the wife becomes the flute, and the husband both knows to play the flute, then where it is break, there is no breakup of marriages in any part of the world. There is no breakup of any relationships of businesses around the world. There is no breakup at all. It is only pure love, orgasmic love. In that blooms zero war, and only creation of happiness. All the borders are gone. Hardships make or break people. Just look into that. The hardship is the people, and hardship is the flute. The people is the flute, and the doctor is the person who plays the flute. Doctor is the holes. And then they both have to play together, doctor and the patient, engineer and the people who are allowing the engineer to draw, architect to draw the building and then construct the building. And it should be such a beautiful piece to play such a beautiful music. Same the political leaders and the people. Politician can be the flute, and the holes in the flute resembles the people, varieties of people. And when the politicians play both together, coordinate to make such a beautiful music. Margaret Mitchell said, hardships make or break people. It is up to us to make sure how much we can go deep into the idea of reading the book, idea of a study. And when you and your study, you and your book become one, and then you make holes in that study to create a flute, and then you start blowing into that, and when you start enjoying, the music becomes so beautiful, and the people who are listening to the music also feel so beautiful. And why not they give you marks? 100 is 100. Yes, you have changed them. Your play of your music, your husband and wife becomes a flute, and they both create a music. They both, the way they talk and they move and they smile and they hold hands and they move, the people around them feels the music, and you become, indirectly you become a doctor, a philosopher who has wiped out most of the pain in the society. Most of the people's diseases are grown. When husband says one thing, wife says another one thing. Husband says so and so, she said no, that is not right. She's not flowing and he's not flowing. The music is very, very important. Once they understand that, otherwise it will be one-way traffic. Husband will think the wife is to be taken for granted, and wife returns it back. Same the political leaders, the judge and the people who are going to get a proper judgment. They both should play the flute together. The police stations should make sure we are sitting there as a security for people. We are the servants of this God. We have got an opportunity to secure them with playing the flute. When the people have a problem, we both together play, instead of people attacking the police and police attacking the people. The whole community breaks up and there is no music at all. Margaret Mitchell said, hardships make or break people. It can make people, it can make you very, very strong, provided from your childhood you are in deep, intimate relationship with your nature. The day you lose the deep, intimate relationship with the nature, then troubles, hardships break you down. Yes, you become a part and parcel of that. So make sure Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, all the four are equally practiced. You need a circuit training, you need stamina. When you had a proper workout on a physical as well as your mental, when you have a physical stamina from your childhood, working on circuit training to build up so the bladder opens to take in more oxygen, that gives you physical stamina. When you have physical stamina, you will never give up. Your mental stamina is very, very, very strong. Then you can, even if you practice according to circumstances, you will make it more creative. That stamina, to make the stamina, after getting the stamina, you have to do dead weight. Dead weight is toughest, it's the toughest lift, a lift which you cannot push anymore. And that's the time you scream at the top of your voice, past, present, future stops for a second, and then you push. The body becomes so strong, the physical body can take any amount of punch. When the physical body is reached that, then any amount of abuses from the people in your normal life will not affect you. That is the way you should train the children. The moment you get a pain, so, oh, we'll take it all. No, push it to make the no pain, no gain. When you push, make the child to push. The child understands. Then the dead weight, then the circuit training. And then your techniques comes. You understand the techniques. The techniques comes to your dance and the music. No techniques can grow without a music background. So music is very important. The bhajan, the songs, you call it Bhakti Yoga. The Raja Yoga is a physical one. Karma Yoga, keep doing work without expecting results. Because when you're in deep in love with your father and mother, with the child and your friend and the nature, that becomes Karma Yoga. You're not expecting, you only want to give. Because you know, the moment you give, the moment the well is empty, fresh water comes, fresh love comes in, fresh jnana comes in, fresh power in the eyes comes in, fresh hearing comes in. That is Karma Yoga. And jnana is everything what you see. It's not bookish knowledge, but you have penetrated deep inside to observe. One look, you have scanned it, and you can twist and turn. You can crack any toughest nut. That makes sure what Margaret Mitchell said, hardships make or break people. Hardships can make you and break people. But you will never break if you are in love with hardships and you are in love with the happiness, yin and the yang, positive, negative only can create an electricity. Understand that. So now go back to your houses. Love your wife and your children. Love your husband and your children. Then the father and the mother. Then the father-in-law and mother-in-law. Nothing is wrong. Everything is a big, huge, big empire. But you have to take some pain to make it strong, like the deadlift. Powerful. You cannot push anymore. That's the time you start counting. That's the time you think, oh, they have pushed me to the corner. No, it's not negative. Your felt is very good. And you learn new varieties of your cooking. You hug your tree, make your body strong, and the mind opens up. And you see the divine. This is my 235th short discourse.